Canada is rolling back its retaliatory tariffs on bourbon right down to zero. Industry leaders are now applauding the move, but they warn it's just a first step toward getting bourbon back on Canadian shelves, an important market. Today, our senior reporter, Isaiah Kim Martinez, has been talking with players at all levels about this. Isaiah?
Well, Doug, Kentucky distilleries export bourbon to Canada more than any other single country. But over the last few months, much of that product has just been sitting there, not being sold in the stores. So there's hope now this latest move will mend the wounds of that fractured relationship. Republican Senator Rand Paul talks to business leaders in Louisville, making it clear his stance on tariffs and their impact on bourbon has not changed. Can you give us a tangible example of how tariffs have hit the bourbon industry based on CEOs you've spoken with?
It's worse than just the tariffs. Tariffs would just be adding a cost to Kentucky bourbon. In Canada, they're just not ordering. They've got whole shelves where they're not serving it.
But Kentucky Distillers Association President Eric Gregory believes there's new light at the end of the tunnel.
We're very pleased that leaders in Alberta and Saskatchewan have restored American alcohol, especially Kentucky bourbon, to the shelves. And now we're just hopeful that other provinces will follow suit.
Gregory is applauding the move by the Canadian Prime Minister to remove several of the tariffs they fired back at America after President Trump first imposed import taxes on them.
Canada is our biggest export country. We send about $100 million worth of spirits, most of which is bourbon, there every year. So if we can figure out a way to get negotiations started again, then that's good for everybody.
Gregory believes Canada ending these tariffs opens the door for a new long-term trade deal, what Trump has been wanting from the start.
We're not all the way there yet because there's still provinces, and it happens to be two of the biggest provinces that have not yet put us back on the shelves.
Bob Houseleden is a former Brown-Forman executive, now a professor at U of L.
What they own that they took off the shelves, they own. They can't give it back. So they're going to have to put it back on the shelves eventually. The question is, are they going to hold out for a while?
So, Isaiah, what about this disconnect? We keep seeing Louisville's tourism business is based so much on bourbon tourism now. Hotels are full. Right now, as we speak, there's a new operation being built out in a 1925 building in the Nulu neighborhood called Binder's Stash. The construction crews are in there now. Well,
Doug, they keep opening. The distilleries keep opening, even despite the fact that sales are dropping in a lot of different places across the state. The bottom line here is, for many people, you don't have to drink it to want to be a part of the experience. And Louisville Tourism saying they're actually doubling down on that here in Louisville. They will have 25 bourbon experiences open, they're expecting, by the end of this year. That's in downtown alone.
Even with the slumping sales. Very interesting. Thank you, Isaiah.